Hi, my name is Amy Brown of Amy C. Brown Law Firm, and today I just want to briefly talk about motor vehicle collisions and specifically those who work on the road and are involved in motor vehicle collisions. So, a lot of people think of motor vehicle collision involving, they're in their personal vehicle on their own time, they run into someone else in their own personal vehicle, running errands or whatever, and then that's where the claim comes from. A lot of people who work on the roadway, or perhaps you just drive a little bit for work, say, you drive yourself and another coworker to an offsite meeting. Maybe it's just once in a while. Or maybe you're a police officer, fireman, or delivery truck drivers. There's lots of people on the road today in their commercial work vehicles, and they're just as likely, maybe even more likely, to end up in a collision with another vehicle, especially those who are on the road a lot, first responders and delivery drivers in particular, who are constantly driving. Of course, just by the numbers, their chances are higher of being involved in a crash. And oftentimes, when people are injured while they're working, their mind goes to workers' compensation or L&I. So they think, hey, I was injured at work. Even though I was out and about on the road, this is a workplace injury. I was going about my duties in my job, and L&I will take care of it. So L&I will take care of your medical cost and sometimes in some sense, your wage loss. Not necessarily all of your wage loss. Sometimes you don't quite get everything you would normally get, especially if you work overtime and things like that often. But usually it's medical costs and some wage loss. And those people usually don't think about what about the other driver who caused the crash, the liability claim. So that's where people need to think, it's not just workers' compensation. There's other damages out there, and those damages should be covered by the at-fault driver. So if you work on the road, you're a delivery driver or first responder. I see it a lot with first responders. They have L&I to help take care of them and get their workers' compensation claim, but they don't get the rest of their damages from the at-fault driver. So if you ever are in one of those collisions, the other driver caused the collision, definitely want to figure out what your options are. Speak to an attorney if you aren't sure, because there's other damages there. There's pain and suffering. There's damages, wage damages, and sometimes even medical things that maybe your workers' compensation doesn't cover. So you definitely want to make sure you get all the damages that you're entitled to paid for. So not just workers' compensation, but also go after the liability claim with that third party. Make sure you're getting everything you should taken care of and paid.